Hi guys, how's it going? We're here again. We're right here, right now, all of us, right now. Um, I wanted to go over with you guys, and we're gonna do a meditation today. We're gonna do a clearing meditation, which is why one of my favorite videos is playing right now. The Om Mani Padme Hum is a cleanses, gets all that negative energy out. So we're gonna be doing a cleansing today, and I got a little selenite palm stone. This thing is absolutely wonderful, dude. I'll tell you an experience I had last night when I was meditating with this thing. I actually had fallen asleep meditating, and what I did is I had my amethyst behind my head, right about where my third eye would be. And I was laying back on it on the pillow, and I had my selenite sitting on the front, and it kind of created this nice little freaking energy vortex going right around in my third eye there. And I was just listening to the Om mantra when this was happening, but I fell asleep because I was so relaxed, and it felt so good to have that just swirling around in my head. So I fell asleep, and like the past couple days at work, my boss has had her dogs. They've been kind of getting sick, or not feeling very well. And I've had this happen once before where I was able to successfully, I don't want to say guess, because that's not what it is. It's successfully interpret what is going on with the dog through this dream state. And basically what has happened is I go into her house in the dream state. I'm in her house, and I walk over to her dog's bed, and it's one of the Corunda beds that kind of is elevated. But she's laying on the bed, and she starts talking like Marty McFly, and I thought this was absolutely hilarious because she goes, "Gee, Doc, what do you think it is?" And I said, "Well, it could be your liver." She goes, "Gee, Doc, that's heavy, or that sure is heavy," or something like that. And I think the voice was picked specifically for that, and not to mention the wording that she used. And I just I I just got the feeling that tumors are they're very dense, they're very heavy for their size, and she could very well have tumors on her liver. Now, whoa, what's going on there? That's kind of fucking trippy. Sorry, I'm like getting distracted by the video because I can almost see the energy around my hand. That's fucking trippy. Anyway, it could actually be just the video, something wrong with the camera. I don't know though, dude. That's fucking weird. Um, anyway, I turn around and her other dog, he eats and eats and eats. Oh, but the dog with that was laying on the bed, she didn't eat between Friday and Monday. I think she's eaten since then, but between Friday and Monday, she didn't eat for those 3 days. Now this other dog, he eats and eats and eats, and he hasn't gained any weight. He's actually lost weight. So I was turned around, and I knew all this before the dream happened, but I turned around, at least all the information about them eating or not eating or whatever. I've known all that since before the dream. But I turned around, and he's sitting there gagging on something on their living room rug, and he's sitting there gagging, and then all of a sudden, like this worm, and it was probably about that thick of a worm. Hold on, yeah, probably about that thick of a worm. Sorry, it kind of got turned around. Probably about that thick of a worm, and he throws up, and it's this big old long worm, and it just keeps going and going, and it's covered in poop, and he's one of the dogs that likes to eat his own poop sometimes. But I got the feeling that he could have a parasite in his body that he picked up from eating this poop. that could be affecting not how hungry he is, but how much of this food he's actually taking in. And he did have diarrhea for quite a while there. He didn't eat the diarrhea. That's the only thing that he wouldn't eat of his own poop. But it could be somehow affecting his body to where the food that he's eating is not getting absorbed into his body. Excuse me, a little burpee. I had some kombucha earlier. It's very good. But yeah, frickin'. And then I hear some rumbling, not really rumbling, but like people like walking on hardwood floors, which is what they have upstairs. And I got the feeling that they were getting up to go about their day, and it was probably about 4 in the morning or so, it felt like. But it was kind of just it was very weird. And then I had my old dog, my 15-year-old golden retriever, kind of around behind me, and he says, "Chase, it's time to go." And I'm like, "No, we have to stay here and help them. They need help." And he goes, "No, we have to go." And then the dream just kind of dissolves, and I wake up. But if all of this is true, if he does have a parasite and she does have tumors on her liver, this would have been the second time I've been right. I've been right once before, and that was with one of my other friends at work. Her dog had something wrong with her liver, and I usually wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, you need to take your dog in as soon as possible, and or at least that's what happened last time. But yeah, it was really trippy, dude. And not to mention, whenever I put the selenite on my third eye, it's like an acid trip of colors. Like when I close my eyes, I don't see it when I have my eyes open, but it's retinal flashes everywhere, which usually doesn't happen, or if it does happen, it doesn't happen as much as if it were to if I had my selenite on my third eye, which is it's fucking trippy. Like really, it is. But we're gonna do a cleansing here. Let me start the music over here. You can feel free to chant along. It's Om Mani Padme Hum, and ManiPadmehum. So you got the Om, your traditional Om, which kind of starts it off. It's kind of like the universal yes, and Mani Padme Hum, which is the cleansing. It's very cleansing, and I usually listen to this at sunrise on the mornings when I wake up at sunrise. It's amazing. I love this. Is one of my favorite videos on YouTube. I will link it in the comments of this video. But let's get started. Got my selenite. I might be using my amethyst as well. But we are going to just get started here. So let me start the music over. Not really music, but the chanting. Alrighty. Usually, what I do, or what I have been doing, see if I can raise it up this high, is I do some stone balancing with the amethyst on the selenite, and that usually works very, very well. It's kind of hard to hold like that, but it works very well. Close your eyes and relax. Lose yourself in the music. Breathe deep for 3 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. And breathe out for 3 seconds. Hold the no breath for 4 seconds. And repeat. white light coming into your body, through your feet, traveling very slowly up your leg. Anything this light touches becomes relaxed. Into your thighs now. Into your hands and your spine at the same time. Up your spine and up your arms at the same time. Keep breathing. Try to focus more on your breath than the light. Let the light do its own thing. It knows what to do. They meet at the shoulders. Up the back of the head. To your crown. Now down the front of your face. Feel your face muscles get very relaxed. Still breathing. Now down the front of your chest to your heart. To your solar plexus. And back down to your seat. Now, at once, picture a wave of white light scanning your body, going from your toes all the way up, scanning for any blockages or problems. If you find the light stop, let it rest there. If it stops at a chakra point, red is the seat or the root, orange is the sacral, yellow is the solar plexus, green is the heart, blue is the throat, indigo is the third eye, and gold is the crown. If it stops at one of these, try to picture this white light going into the chakra and clearing out any crud, darkness, shadow, or smudges in that chakra. The healthy chakra will grow its brightest color. on your breathing. Let the light do its work. Do one last scan. If you are finished with first, just to make sure you have all the blockages cleared. Find that if your mind drifts off to thinking, do not force it. Simply, slowly guide it back to your breath. Meditation is not about not thinking, but being comfortable with your thoughts. So if you find that you must think, ask yourself, why do I think that? Why do I believe that? What is it that I can do to be comfortable with it? Answer yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to yourself. Your thoughts may not just be your thoughts. They may be a message from the other side, most especially if they direct you to love. Let's take one last big breath, and we can chant this one chant. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Very good. May the light guide you. Blessings, love, and light to all. Namaste.